It's an old 2008 iMac I got about a month ago. It was given to me, came with 2 gigs of RAM and the operating system on it. So far I had to re-image the computer because I didn't know the password to get into it. So I ended up wiping or reformatting the hard drive and put the Catalina OS, or El Capitan actually, was the operating system that was on there. And since then I've replaced the RAM. I've got 4 gigs of RAM on there now, and I've updated the OS to Catalina. I think it's 10.15.7. So right now I'm just going to test the boot time on this thing because it is slow as heck. Just ordered an SSD kit to upgrade the hard drive as well, in addition to the RAM upgrade that I've done. So just want to do a benchmark of how long it takes for this thing to shut down before I begin. So at this particular point, I'm not even going to log in. It took so long to come up. I'm just going to shut it down from the login and see how long that takes. All right, not too long. Now I'm going to turn it back on. True test. We'll see how long it takes this time. Starting now. This part takes a while for some reason, but for now I'm just going to go ahead and open up the box for the stuff that I got for the replacement drive. So let's see what we got here. So looks like these are the 2 suction cups that go with my kit. Some screws that go with it. Still waiting on the OS to come up. Got that. All right. This is the actual drive. Okay, so it finally came up. This is the drive I'm going to replace it with. And I'm thinking this is the adapter to put the drive inside, to make it a 3.5 inch there. Okay, cool. And a cloth to take care of my screen once I take it off. So I'm gonna put these items back up. Since my system's come back up, it takes about a minute or so to come up. So I'm hoping that this SSD drive will make it boot a lot faster. Again, I got 4 gigs of RAM in here now. I was hoping for a quicker boot time with the 4 megs added, but still just okay. So we'll see how it goes. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and I guess begin to try to take this thing apart. From some of the videos that I saw, I'm going to take the screen out. There should be some screws on the bottom that I'm going to take out and some along the sides. And from what I've seen, a microphone or a camera connection up top. Don't know if you can see that. No, you can't see that. Microphone connection or something up top. So we will see. All right, I will be back. All right, so I have to I'm going to start out by taking the RAM case off, or the little bottom portion. I don't know if you can see it, but it's up underneath here. I'm going to be taking the RAM out of this so that I can take the top portions off. And I mainly want to see how cool it is to take this front screen off. I've seen a couple of guys' videos where they had these little suction deals. I even saw one guy he actually had like one little small piece of suction, something that he actually lifted the screen off with. So I thought that was kind of cool. I actually bought a kit which comes with 2 of these, so I'm looking forward to trying that. So First, I have to unscrew this first screw from the bottom, so let me do that. Hey, where are you going? I was watching some videos. All right. Yep. So we're going to unscrew the first portion. I believe this is step number 1. This should pop right out. That's cool. That also gives access to the memory, which I just upgraded the memory on this thing. It had 2 whole gigabytes of RAM. 2 whole gigabytes in 2020. Imagine that. So I actually replaced them with double that. So now I have 4 gigs of RAM in this computer, which is a 2008 iMac. Early 2008 is what they call it. I actually got it over the holidays. Somebody gave it to me. So I got it, re-imaged it. Next day I put the old OS on there, but again, it was still kind of slow. So I figured I would update the operating system. When I first got it, it had El Capitan. I believe it was version 10.16, something like that, 10.16 5 or whatever it is. But I ended up upgrading it to Catalina 10.5, 10.15.7. So that's where it is now. So I updated it when I tried to, after updating the Catalina, I wanted to actually install GarageBand because I want to see if I could do some kind of music stuff on here. This is my first time having an Apple PC. I've got other Apple devices, iPads, iPhones, but I've never had an Apple OS. So it's my first time doing that. So I want to try to play around with that and install the OS on there, but it was just dog slow. Rebooting it, coming back up and everything was just super slow. So I went and bought this SSD hard drive kit, which is what I'm getting ready to do now. And let me see, I kind of explained it in the first portion of the video, but I'll do it a second time. So what it is this SSD drive, or this is the actual adapter. And if you're looking at this video, you probably already know what I'm talking about anyway, but this is my SSD hard drive, 250 gigabytes. Currently, this has a 320 gigabyte hard drive in it, which isn't bad, but it's the older hard drive style. And I'm going to put this hard drive inside this adapter to be the equivalent of, can you see this over here? I've got a 3.5-inch hard drive plugged into an external adapter here. So anyway, it's to replace the hard drive that's in there in terms of chassis and size and all of that. So that's what the plan is. So, and then once I install this hard drive, I'm going to, of course, have to install the operating system, which I use this external hard drive to back up the OS on this, which, what did they call it? The time machine, which I'm not super familiar with, but after YouTubing a bunch of stuff, I'm becoming more familiar with it. So I did a time machine, which is essentially a backup of the operating system. Once I replace the hard drive, I'm then going to restore the operating system from that hard drive backup on the external drive that I have on here, 3.5-inch, which is what this is being converted from, 2.5 to the 3.5-inch adapter. Tech jargon. All right, so back to unscrewing, actually. All right, so let me see. We got this off, so now I'm actually going to stand this up. And per the instruction, and the cool part that I'm trying to see if I can do is I want to get the suction cup sticking on here like some Mission Impossible stuff and just pop it off. So let me see how these things work. I think I'll stick them on and squeeze it. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. In positions. Nope. In position. Is that locked in? Hope so. I heard a suction thing on here. Maybe I should do the same thing over there. Let's see. Work with me, come with me. Oh, what did they say? Something about the bottom. Okay. One of the screws already came out. All right, that's pretty cool. Get that out of the way. All right, so that's out of the way. I did hear a screw fall down, which is one of the ones where I just need to make note of that. Where that came from, I don't know. I think it's one of the pins from the actual frame on the monitor. So this little thing here, where am I looking? Can you see me? Can you see me? If you can't, it looks like a small rocket or bullet or something like that. Yeah, there it is. All right. So I'll put that actually in front of the camera so I won't forget. Remind me where I put that. So I'm going to lay this puppy down. Like so. I'm not sure how well you can see me, but so what? Trust me, I'm doing it. All right, so per the video that I saw, which I'll link into my video, got these 4 screws on the bottom of the screen here. You can't see them, and I don't feel like picking the phone up. 1, 2, oh, that's where that other one came from, actually. It's actually not in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom, which I should remove first. Actually, there should have been a longer one, so I'm not sure if that is the one. And then I've got 8 on the side they say I should have, although this is a little different. I've got 2 on each side, and I've got 4 on the top. So a slight deviation from what I saw, but as long as the screws work on here, the number 8 T-hex screw or something like that, I think I should be good. So I'm just going to unscrew what I do have. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom, and we'll go from there. So let's get started. This was where a drill would come in handy. That is a little long, actually. That's what she said. All right, 2. Well, she didn't say a little long, but anyway. Back here for the other screw. Okay, not bad. The other one. We got 3 of those long ones so far. Don't have that 4th one. Maybe somebody knew something and they didn't put this in place. I don't know. All right, so let me get the ones on the side. It's only 2 on each side. These actually are shorter, so I'm going to move those up to the side in a different location as to not confuse them. Number 2. I should just go all the way around, but I'm not sure. I'd find out. Take a chance sometime. All right. Playing it safe. I like that word nowadays. Staying safe. All right, so I've got the top now that I'm going for. These aren't too bad. Yeah, they're all the same. I'd have been fine. Let's see. All right. Almost done. 2 more. 1 more. Good at counting. Could probably count these in another language. Let me see. Spanish, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why 4 is always a number I can count to in other languages. What else do we have? We've got French. 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3. I don't know how you say 4. 4. Yeah, in French. And let me see. I don't know any other ones. Let me see. Anyway, those screws are gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I got them all out of there, and I think I should now be able to lift up on the frame. And if I'm not sure, I could refer back to the video. But let's see what we get. How did they say I was supposed to do that? I could push down on the side somewhere. Okay, I got it. And then they said, be careful on the side because of the microphone. Pull from the bottom first, okay? And I can actually see the microphone there. I'm going to unplug it right there. If you can see that, I'm not quite sure. Just unplug that. That part is good. And I can now remove the top part. Let me put this on the side over here. Where's my drink? I want memento. Got the drink. Where are we? There we go. Couple of drinks actually. Circulation going in here. Alright, so it looks like we're getting to the fun part now. It's my drink there, or what's left of it. And also have a healthier option as well with some, I don't know if it's healthy or not actually. You know those flavor packets? I find myself drinking those a lot, and I don't know if there's anything good or bad inside of them. So if anybody knows anything about those little flavor packets, the ones that you tear open, put them in the bottle, shake them up. Don't know what's in that stuff. I just know that I drink a lot of it to help me drink my water, but this isn't a health video. I guess everything else related. You got to be around to do things. So yeah, but anyway, so got these off and oops. All right. Oh, I actually just noticed that on the bottom of this, they actually have like a little display or image of you on how to replace the RAM, or at least remove the tray from the bottom of the computer. So that's pretty cool. I didn't notice that before. All right, good stuff. All right, so now I believe I'm supposed to move some cabling from around this part on the, I don't know if you can see that part or not. Well, this might just be a video on before and after I do it. Actually, I see some dust in there, and I kind of want to blow that out, actually, so. But I don't want to do it in my basement, and I do have a dust thingy here a little bit. How do I do this? Let's see. Without breathing in all this stuff at the same time. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, look at that. Wasn't too bad. Alright, so let's see. Let me take a look at my man's video again. Shout out to my mans. Where were we when we were going here? There we go. Give him his props. Alright, let's see. Oh, I've got my headphones here actually. Let me see. I can actually. Alright, that's right where I am. Near that fan part. Alright. Pulling something apart over here. Again, y'all not going to be able to see me, so I'm just going to do it. Alright, I did it. I unplugged that part. And what's next? After this, it allows him to lift up a little bit to get those little puppies on the side right there. I can do that. All right, let's see. I'm going to do mine like him. Oh, he actually had that prop tool. That's where one of these guys I saw. This kit actually comes with everything I believe you need. So let me find a place to prop it. Prop it like Ganda. Get it? Propaganda. Let me see. I'll keep my day job. How did you get this up like that? I know somebody lifted it. Let's see. Something easy. Maybe on the side. I got it. I got it. No, I don't got it. I don't got it. I thought I had it. Come on, guy. Do we just lift up one of these things? No, we don't. All right. We're gonna sit back and watch my man again. Let's go back a couple of seconds. What did you do? You lifted up the frame, the metal frame. Okay. Like, can I lift up the frame? What am I missing here? Let's see. I'm not supposed to do any. Oh, those are screws under there. Those are the 8 screws I was looking for. Ah, gotcha. Okay, I'm not moving jack until I unscrew these things. All right, cool. These are the 8 I was looking for. Gotcha. All right, so another spot for some more screws. And another opportunity to count stuff in a different language. So, what's this one gonna be? Let me see. I did Spanish first one. Hey, how about English? 1, 2. I think I did English before. 3. First 3 numbers are always easy. And 4. And on the other side, I don't know what language I'm going to use to count to number 4. Any suggestions? How about Russian? All right, yeah. I think I can do a little Russian. How about Adin or Adin for number 1? Yep, so we got Adin or Adin, one of them. And then Deva for number 2. Deva. And now number 3 is 3. Sounds just like the number 3. And Amerikanski. And after number 3 we have, and no, it does not sound like the number 4. In English, it's going to be Chateri, which is number 4. Chateri. And that's the 4th one on this side. So 8 screws all together. Those were the 8 I was looking for. One moment. So I dropped one of those screws on the floor. Get you. All right. Glasses falling down. My glasses. Oh, actually I know glasses too. My glasses are mayaachki in Russian. In case you didn't know. All right, so now I should be able to lift this thing up and get access to those other screws or other plugs. And my man was getting ready to loosen up. So here we go. That's where we were. Here's my drink. Once again. Don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's my furnace in the background. It gets kind of loud. So to get access to those 2 screws like him, we've already loosened this one up. And I can see those puppies right there, 1, 2, on one side of the CD-ROM. I don't know if you can see them or not. Again, if you can't, don't worry about it. So I'm going to unscrew those. I'm going to park the hood of this thing up with my kickstand over here, if I can. It's falling. All right, forget about it. I can just do it with one hand. One-handed. The one-handed bandit. All right, so that's 1. And it looks like I'm going to have to do the other side as well. Oh, yeah. The other side as well. And then I see this other thing that's going to need to be unscrewed like he had done. So let me get these sides. So I've got those out of the way. And I believe there should be, yep, 2 more screws on this thing that I'm going to use. And again, you can't see them because they're too small, but it's to detach the actual cable that's connected to the, you wouldn't say screen, I suppose. I don't know if these are magnetized. Yeah, cool. I'm just gonna leave you guys up here so you won't get too far away from me, and I'm going to pay attention to where I put you and try and pay attention to where I just got you from. Alright, get your brother or sibling from over here. Number 2, based on what I've seen, I should just unplug this, and this should allow me to detach completely. Mission accomplished. Sweet. I already got that one screen over there. Where should I put this screen? I don't know. I got a lot of stuff in my office. Well, I'll put it over here on this chair on some clothes that you can't see, but I just told you about. Don't judge. I'm trying to tilt the clothes so that they can support the mirror so that it doesn't fall down off the chair that I'm using to hold it up. All right. Success. Alright, so I got that puppy off. So now down to the hard drive. So I don't know if you can see it, but I can. What else did he say do? I think I'm supposed to detach some sensor, some tape. Yeah. See that? It won't come off. So we got that out of the way. Got this piece of something hanging around there. Don't know why, don't know what it is, but okay, remind me about that too. There is, what else is coming off this hard drive? There's a piece of tape here that's on here. And covering up, or keeping that sensor in place that's actually on the hard drive itself. I'm going to keep that. It's got a little bit of adhesive holding it down, and now there is an actual sensor on here that I'm going to be detaching. And how did he do his? The same way, actually. And it's actually just sitting on the hard drive. Yep, there's a little bit of sticky stuff as well. So I'm gonna move that out of the way. So now it looks like there are 2, let me see, at this particular point I should just be able to pull this hard drive toward me, pull it out, and then detach it, unplug it from the actual motherboard. So let me see if I can do that. A lot of guys say you need to put a little muscle into it. All right, I've got that. There should be 2 grommets to pull this out of. 1 grommet, 2 grommet. I've got that, and now I'm going to disconnect the connection if I can get my hand at that angle. All right, cool. Success. I have uninstalled the original hard drive. Now I'm going to put the other hard drive inside of the adapter, and let me see. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So now I'm going to take a break, and I will be back. All right, so here I am again. I had to actually swap the drives out, so I took this hard drive out and had to take the actual brackets off of it and place it on this new drive, this new much smaller drive, this new SSD drive, which is supposed to be, well, which will be faster and make my operating system go faster as well. So I'm at that point now. I'm just going to slide these things back in place. Well, not these things, but this one's getting out of the way. And I'm going to put the new one in. Again, this is 250. The other one was 319, 320, but you know, I'm giving up some space. But in terms of performance, I'll take it. So let's see what we got here. Slide these grommets back in place. Actually, the last thing I did was unplug it, so let me plug it back in first. Got a lot of shadow action going on here. Alright, that's one. Power and the data connection next. Two. Alright, so let's pop it inside of the grommets. As we did before. One grommet, two grommets. Pop this back in place until it clicks. There's a bit of a click there. And we're going to put this sensor, I don't know, somewhere on here, I guess. There, maybe. Got tape on there. Where's my tape? And I read somewhere that these solid state drives, the temperature thing may not be as much of an issue as with the other drives, but I'm still going to put it on here somewhere. Like so. And I remember this thing was here someplace too. I don't know what it was doing. It was just there. So I'm just going to put it back there somewhere. Well, I'll pay for that later, not knowing where there was. I don't know what that's doing. What is that doing? Where should I put that? I don't know. Logically, it doesn't make sense. I'm confused, but I'm just going to leave it out. Alright, so let me get the screen, put it back on here, put the screen back on here, make my connections, and I think I'm all set. Power drive in place, power, check, check, sensor, check, and yeah, I think I gotta put this other joint in place. My screen again. With the, where are my connections on the, here, and that went there. Alright, cool, and the microphone is at the top. Where's that black connection? The one for the microphone. Okay, I see that. I see that. That goes this way. I can only go that way, that can only go there, so, and then that can only go that way, so alright, I'm cool. Alright, let me line these puppies up and grab my chair back. Excusez-moi. On the floor, alright. So I gotta plug these items back up over here in the reverse order, I'm going to assume. So open and plug these into the right ones. One guy should have marked it, and I was like, why mark it? They don't look the same, but yeah, now I'm sure. I see somebody did kind of mark it before me. Thank you. To avoid the confusion. Alright, I could appreciate that. Spasiba, that's a thank you in Russian. I think we go this way. Let's hope so. That looks about right. And then over here to the silver deal. We will find out. Let me see. Oh, okay, yeah, that looks good too, actually. Alright, got that and that. And then there was this other connector thing here. And I got 2 screws to put back in place once I do that. Alright, we screw on the side of that. Maybe that's why I didn't go down flush. I think it's pretty good. I don't know. Another way screw. Where did I get you now? I think I unplugged you now. Alright, I think you're good. Let me just get these 2 screws and plug you back in. Still gonna have to hold you up? I don't think so. Alright, it's gonna be easier if I can use my 2 hands. Where do my hose go? Where are they? Okay, I see it. I see it. It says the thing. Alright. Got him. 1. 2. Careful not to lose it. Alright. Then we have to move this other one over here. Wrap it around some kind of way like it was before. I think I remember how that was. Yep. And I gotta stick it in here. Put a plug right there. Come on. Let's see if I come from this side. Can I get you? Can I get you? The help of some. Oh, I got it. Thank you. The help of some patience, I think it was. Alright, so let me see if I can lay this down flush. Oh, I gotta plug that microphone back in up at the top. Oh, that was actually on the bezel, not this part. So let me see. I'm going to line up. I think you guys might be good. I think we're ready for the other 8 now. Alright, let me see. Get these puppies. I lost one back here because I put the towel on top. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and one must have rolled to the side somewhere. Alright, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So, alright, where were we? 8 screws on the side. Let's put them back in now. I wonder if I'm going to speed this up during the actual video, or if I just kind of let everybody hang back and just listen to me talk. I don't mind. That's 1. But we go back to counting again. Shit, I got 4 languages. I need to get out more. Does that feel right? Yeah, for those 8. Guess so. 3. Or 4. Or 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. The mile, something like that. I'm on losing topic. I think the furthest I can count in a different language is probably going to be Russian or something like that. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I always get these mixed up. 10, 9. That's like 8 or 9. I always get those mixed up. And then let me see. It's 8. And something like that. I got one of those. I think I'm missing a number. Gotta go back and study. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on this other side, 4 again. Right. Is anybody having fun yet? Is this what most people do when they get off work, just for the fun of it? I do. I guess I kind of like it like that. I'm a nerd, but I'm a cool nerd. But don't say so myself. I just lost a screw. Or as Tupac says, I got a head, but ain't no screws in it. Strictly Representing was the name of that song, in case you want to look it up. I got a head, but ain't no screws in it. Alright, number 2. That's not in there all the way. There's some elbow grease in there. Wouldn't it suck if I was using the wrong screws? I think those are good though. Is everything flush like it should be? Maybe that's what it is. Am I losing something? We're okay. Yeah. I think we're good. I don't think I left a hand in there or anything like that. Hopefully not. Just make sure it's flush the way it should be. Alright, get out of here. Oh, where's my cup? Something in my glasses. Alright, so 2 more screws. Where did I? Lost a screw. Alright, let me start with the last one. Come on, don't. Oh, there we go. Cool. Alright, now I'll start at the top. This side. Turn with my left. To hold it down with my stronger hand, I guess. Yeah, I needed that right. One more. Nadine. Where does it go? Oh, there it is. Alright. One more. Then I think we're ready for the bezel. Alright, so I think these are cool. 1, 2. Check it again for tightness. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright, cool. Guess I'm ready for the bezel now, right? Was it the bezel or the glass? Glass is last. Let me take me a sip of something while I figure out where that thing went. There it is. Okay. Cheers. Glasses so I can see. So this part, a bit back up top. I thought I saw them do that. Yeah. So I'm going to start back from the bottom. No, I'm going to start from the top. No, bottom, top, bottom. going to, what did I do last time? Took it off and then I unplugged this. So I'm going to plug this back up first. The microphone, I believe I said this was. Clean my screen too. Get my hands all over the place. Good. Set it in there. I don't know. That is right. Which means I don't know. And brush. I think I got it. I think I got it. Yeah, I think I got it. I'm not trying to force it. So, I said you might have to slide it back up through here in order to make sure it's flush. Have to. Don't know if I'll have to or not, but let's see what we're looking like. May have to. So the bottom first. Alright, that seems to be okay. Seems to be flush. It's cool. Alright, so let's start with these other screws that we had on the bottom. I think I'm gonna put these on first. I'll be in reverse order, right? I'm gonna start with the bottom, like I think somebody said. So let's get my Phillip again. Go here. Pop it in. That doesn't feel like a Phillip. What is that? Oh, I don't need that for that. That's why. It is a Phillip. I need the number 8, not the number 6. So, it is around here somewhere. Give me a second. Found it. Alright. Some better lights down here. Alright. 1, 2, knocking it out, almost there. 2, and this is just replacing the hard drive. I still got to install the operating system, back it up, do the restore, and all that. The other fun stuff. But you're not going in like I want you to right now. Why not? Let's try again. Oh, call the police. Let's start you over here somewhere. Shouldn't tighten them so tight just at the beginning, but I am anyway. And I'm trying to remember, was I missing one of the long ones in the beginning? I think I might have been. That's because I'm at 3 of these things and I don't see the 4th one, and I thought that that's where this thing might have come in place, but that fell from out of the sky when I opened this up. I saw that one of the brackets on there. So, alright, we're going to forget about that for now. Right now, I've got 4 more screws left for the sides and the top. So, let's do it. 1. 2. Getting all 4 corners, the sides, just screwing all over the place. Having a party. 3. Oh, it's dexterous. And I still try to make it work. Alright. Go over here to the right. Hit it from the right side. Get it from the right. If I can get it in there. Let's see. What's going on? Funny angle button. Take it, I guess. Alright, there we go. It's in there. It's in there. Alright, whatever that number wasn't. I lost count. Let's see. Looking for these magnets. Come in handy. Where is my Alright, almost there. Sippy time again. Where is my tall cup? Popping bottles over here. Tall ones. I like my Zulu bottle. Buy me another one. Different color if you can. Zulu, brought to you by Blue. Alright, let me see, we got 2 screws left. And the screwdrivers. Alright, what one do we have left? Upper corner. Y'all still with me, or did you fall asleep? Or you're learning something? This is fun stuff. I get my man back. Alright. One more screw. Although I see one more hole, so I don't know. Am I missing something? Missing anything. Alright, so. Oh, here we go. Got it. The last one of them sliding the screen on and then putting on the tray, the memory cover tray on the bottom of this thing. And I think I'm gonna get some window cleaner and wipe this thing off before I do that. That might be a good idea to clean both sides of the screen. So yeah, give me a second, I'm gonna do that, grab some index. Alright, so I think that's it. I think all I need to do now is pop the screen back on, or the glass cover, and then the bottom thingy here to cover the memory thing. See that right there? So yeah, so I'm gonna give me some window cleaner. I won't give any brand names like Windex. Give me a second. No free advertising here. We're gonna put that tubes. Alright. Close my furnace door. Furnace is popped on. And wipe this puppy down. I don't know if this has ever been done before since it's been home anywhere, but hey, I'm doing it. I wonder if I can use compressed air to remove dust or something. And let me get this window or the screen over here as well. Done. Alright, so let me see, I'll let that dry for a few seconds. And then I'm going to set this puppy up. I don't want to get these puppies. It's a cat, dog. Set this puppy up. I'm going to set this dog up. Set this pigeon up. Chicken up. What is chicken? I just learned chicken in Russian. I'm like, what is chicken? I don't know. Something with a K sound or something like that. Chicken, 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 chicken. Alright, so I think we are good with that. I don't think I'm blocking anything. I'm just going to grab I think my camera's good. The screws are cleared, nothing blocking that. And this one thing that did fall off, I think this was probably a bracket from the cover that I'm going to put on. Looks like the top might be missing one, which is where this probably came from, but I ain't gonna, or the bottom actually, the bottom one actually is the lead one. That's where that comes from, this little one right here. That's supposed to be the one that starts it off on the bottom of the screen, the one that lines it up. And that's the one that's broken, so I'm gonna have to MacGyver and find my way inside the hole. Alright, so we have these. I thought this was going to be heavier than it actually is, but it's not that bad. So, I don't have the bottom ones to line up, and I can feel that magnet. That's pretty cool. Well, that was easy. So, let me detach. Is that how that works? And then the same over here. Come on, let me go, let me go. Don't want to play with you anymore. Alright, let me see. That's attaching, detaching. Let go of my screen. Gotta open it all the way like that. Is that what it is? You good for the whole video? Act out. What am I supposed to do? Let me see, I'm going to practice this here. How does this work? It's locked. It's closed, it's locked. Hold on, let it go. And open it up, pull it off. Slide back, open it up. But it doesn't want me to pull it off. This is a good one. I'm just going to leave it here for like a paper clip or something like that. Post-it notes, put them up, maybe I'll just MacGyver else and make it. Let me see, I got my drink holder. No, that's not gonna work. Oh, it might work. Yeah. Alright, well, we're gonna have to figure that out. So once again, pop that in there, we'll close it to grip it, open it up, let's hook up. Same here. Yes, no. You are bugging. Well, we're gonna have to work you into another video. Maybe I have to use the Windex to get it off. And I just got these today. So, locked in place. Locked in place. I don't know. I have to work you off. Jesus. Alright, so that's it. I gotta get these. Let me get my Windex, my window cleaner, and get these two suction hose off of my screen. Alright. That was not that bad, actually. Not bad at all. So the moment of truth, I'm going to plug all of my accessories up, right? I'll plug everything back up, take a half-minute break, and then I will be back. All right. All right, Alright, so I ended up trying to image it manually and doing some other stuff, but it was taking a little too long for me. So I don't know, looking at me instead of looking at the camera. I guess I should look at the camera. I don't know next to that. But anyway, I guess it took me a little too long to figure out how to do it manually. And I just saw so many other videos out there telling me about them buying apps to do it already. So I ended up buying an app called Super Duper. And I'm in the process of selecting my old hard drive to copy onto the new hard drive, which is the internal. So I'm going to do the copy now and see what all this stuff does. So that's just a brief update in between. And that's what it looks like, running some files and getting some stuff ready. So, yeah, it might just be easier doing it this way. The software costs $27. With tax, it was $29. So, yeah, this might just be easier and more convenient for me in terms of time invested in this project. Alright, I figured it out. I was able to read this, so I was able to select the internal drive, and I'm going to select restore from the menu here, and it's telling me that I'm going to erase all of the data on the internal, in this case Mercury drive. That's the name of the drive, and it's going to replace it with the drive that I have selected, which is this Hitachi there. So I'm going to go ahead and do just that, and it's running. Restore process failed. Who wants to hear that? Let's see the details. Validating target, validating source. The volume on device is not type Apple. Alright, so I might have to format the drive another kind of way. So, alright, let me get back once again. Alright, so I put the screen back on, but I'm kind of tripping because y'all did not remind me to put that little cover on for the memory on the bottom of that. So after I put the screen back on, I tried to put the case back on the bottom, but for some reason, I couldn't get it to align right like it did when I first took it off. And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of have it slightly ajar. I was able to find the screw to get it started, but I could not get that perfect, so I might mess with it later on, but if it's not bothering me, I'm not gonna worry about it. So now I've got the new drive in there. I've got the external drive with the backup on here. And I'm gonna boot this for the first time after installing the SSD, and I'm gonna see what I got. I think I'm supposed to hit the command and the letter R once I power this up to get to the restore menu. So let's see how that goes. Is it command or is it option R? Command, option, we'll figure it out. Command, I don't know, I'm new at this. So I'm going to turn it on and do both. Let's see, command and R. Let's see what we get. Is it command R? How long do I hold it? Hear my hard drive reading. I see an Apple sign. I'm going to stop. I think that's a good sign. I do notice with this particular monitor or this particular model, since I've had it, the screen flickers sometimes. I don't know if it's an actual physical deal or something with the video card itself, which would be physical, but software. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. But when it's not doing it, the picture's pretty clear, and I like that. So let's see what this does. I'm hoping to get a menu for the backup options. And I can see it reading the hard drive, going from red to blue. So it's doing something. See it reading the drive again, or doing something. while we wait, gotta give a thumbs up for this particular kit. Everything I got came in. It's really cool. I was curious though. I said that I was going to try it when I first got this. I've got this, my own suction little thingy in here that I was going to try. There's my junk drawer. Yeah, it is my junk drawer. I have my own little suction thingy and I wanted to try it since I knew I already had one, but I saw the kit online and it came with the actual drive and everything, so I figured why not? I'll just use it. So, but either way, kit came in fine, worked like a charm. So, as well, all the screws and everything that came with it, pretty cool. I'll actually send you the link to where I got it from, the whole deal. So, again, this is the old hard drive. This is now going to be a new backup drive, a new external hard drive for me. Again, this was 320 gigs, so not bad. So this will be my backup of my backup drive. I can pop this in here. So I'll get this out of the way, just in case I need it for this. Hopefully not, but we will see. So, all right, I'm not gonna make you guys wait all this time. I'm gonna see how long this takes. It's doing something. I can see that on the drive. So I'll chime back in once it's done. Peace. Hello, today is January 23rd, 2021. About a month after I started this original video, which was me upgrading the hard drive in this iMac 2008 early model. So anyway, ended up having all kinds of issues trying to run it from the very beginning, because what I did originally was before I did anything, I took out the original hard drive and popped it inside an external USB drive, which I'm pointing to over there, which you can't see on camera. And then I bought an adapter kit for the SSD drive and placed it inside of the PC. Then I closed everything up and screwed everything back in, and it was just like new. And then once I booted it up, I found that it was actually booting from the external USB drive, which had its original hard drive in there. So I ended up booting from the external USB drive adapter. Ended up booting from the USB adapter drive, which contained the original hard drive from the Mac OS. So I booted from the USB and found that once I was in the operating system, it did see the new SSD card or hard drive. And I had some software, I think it was Super Duper Clone or something like that, and Carbon Copy, two different softwares I tried to do. And I tried to actually clone this SSD so that I could actually boot from it. After doing a bunch of different tricks and running the software a dozen different times and many hours and days later, I could not get it to actually boot from the internal SSD drive. And to this day, I don't know what the heck it was that was causing me not to be able to do it, because after running a couple of Carbon Copy software attempts with the Super Duper and the Carbon Copy, after running those a couple of different times, I was actually able to see the duplicate file systems on this SSD drive. I mean, it was actually a clone of it. I could go into it via the Finder. I'm still new with the Apple software, but I was able to go through the folders through the Apple Finder and see that the folder structure was the same. It was partitioned the same. It looked like the exact the original hard drive, but it would not boot from there. So after dozens and dozens of different attempts, I ended up giving up on that and ended up downloading the ISO to boot from a USB drive, and ended up installing the whole OS from a USB drive onto this SSD drive, which got me into, for the longest time, I couldn't even get into the disk utility just from the command, just from the keyboard. No keyboard option I was doing would allow me to even get into the software recovery. So that was a whole deal as well. But bottom line, what ultimately got me to install the SSD drive or the OS onto the SSD drive was doing it from a USB. and I believe it was El Capitan is what I started off with. And then I ended up finding a YouTube video out there which allowed me to install Catalina on top of El Capitan, or upgrading El Capitan to Catalina. So after doing that, I was good to go. I did notice the performance difference in terms of the boot times. Once I booted up from once I was able to boot from the SSD, the very first few times, it was almost like maybe I would be able to boot from here like in 30 seconds, almost less than a minute. But after I noticed running updates and things like that, it started taking about a full minute before it would actually get to the login, where I could actually log into the machine. But prior to that, with the hard drive, with the old hard drive still installed, it took quite a while. With the original 2 gigs, and even when I upgraded it to 4 gigs, it still took a while to just to get to the point where I could log in. So I've got it open right now because during my attempts of trying to boot from some kind of resource, I had a couple of external hard drives installed, which I was able to clone, and it looked like they were able to boot from. The file structure was the same on the multiple hard drives that I tried testing with. After my attempts, I figured I'd make a boot CD and try to boot from that. But when I put the CD in the CD-ROM drive, it got stuck. So that was a whole new deal, and the CD-ROM was stuck. Well, the CD was stuck in there until just now. I had to break it down today. So then, looking at another video, I saw someone was able to turn their CD-ROM drive into an adapter kit for an SSD drive, which allowed them to install an additional SSD drive. So I was thinking about doing that, but at this particular point, I'm just going to yank it out. And the reason why I wanted to take it apart tonight was because the CD would, every time I reboot the computer, I could hear the CD making all kind of crazy noises. And then it got to the point where the noises became louder, like the CD was just actually moving in there. So today I figured I'm just going to take it out, take out the whole CD-ROM drive, and I figured I'd make a follow-up to the original video, which is what I'm doing now. So after I put everything back together, it should be a lot more quiet, or quieter, and then it should be good to go with the 250 gigabyte SSD drive upgrade that I have, and the 4 gigabyte RAM upgrades that I now have. So let me put the face and everything back on here, and I will see you in a few. I already put a couple of screws in there, but I figured I might as well record this just in case I throw it in for extra length, so to speak. So here we go. And is that the right one? Yes, it should go there. Not want to El Chapo the screen up, but it doesn't appear to be aligning like the other side did. Anyway, so easy. Well, let me try a different one. Although they should all be the same. Let's see. Start this off. Okay, what's going on? Did you go in there? You did. 4 on each side. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't go there. Let me just try some of these other ones in. Which one? 4, what are you? Maybe these don't go. Alright, so getting ready to boot it up one more time just for extra measures, see how long it takes. Again, looking at about a minute or so, so we'll see. Count, cross your fingers, or whatever. Count sheep, I don't know what you count. Count time, I guess, while you wait. Drink root beer pop that you don't like, diet root beer, no doubt. Just because I wanted some carbonation, didn't have anything else that was more fun, I suppose. just for the carbonation. Diet Town Club. Never like root beer. Maybe on a float with ice cream or something like that, but not typically just a drink by itself. We have an apple on the screen. That's a good sign. It finally came up. So again, took a long time to install. This thing wasn't an easy process. I must just be a geek by nature. I invested I think for the 250 gigabyte hard drive adapter kit to go inside of that. I think that was about 50 bucks. Plus I ended up paying for the 2 different software because I got desperate at 2 different points, obviously, for me to pay full price for 2 of the software that everybody else seems like they were using for free to get theirs to work, but mine didn't work. So I think it was like $27 for one, and the other one was right about 40 bucks. So that's 70 bucks plus the extra time I invested in here on something that was given to me for free just for me to play around with. So I gotta be a geek, right? But anyway, this is my geek machine. This is my iMac 2008 that I upgraded the hard drive with to a 250 gigabyte SSD drive. And that's it. So any questions, comments, suggestions on how to speed this thing up at the beginning, let me know. Thank you.